Happy Saturday afternoon, almost straight up noon. This is one of my newest collection pieces, Mr. Sunflower. He's really cute. I've got a couple more cute lamps on the way, and then I'll be done with collecting lamps. This one, really like it. Anyway, there's a purpose for this video, not just to ramble, even though in the end that's probably what it's going to be. So, I won't get into the whole thing about where I work, but it's really dang cold in the office all the time, and it's filled with mold and moisture because it's a crappy building. So people are constantly sick and coughing, constantly calling out, constantly coughing. It sounds like a tuberculosis ward, to be quite honest. I had been on a coughing jag for so many weeks that I made my tongue sore on this side from coughing, which I almost immediately bit, and I continue to bite it. And it's forced me to chew my food on this side of my mouth, which my mother, particularly, always had to do until she went and got dental work. Whatever she got done kind of fixed that problem. Both my mother and my father had terrible teeth. And I'm sure their parents had terrible teeth and on back in history. Do you know why my brother and I didn't have terrible teeth? Fluoride in the water, which Brainworms RFK Jr. wants to get rid of. Wants to get rid of the polio vaccination. I had a friend of mine on Facebook who said one time that I seemed like the most sane person she had ever known. I don't know if that's true, but I, for the most part, can contain my rage. There are times I get on soapbox issues, and I kind of talk a little bit loud and wave things around and wave my hands around. Since the election outcome, I have really been feeling a lot of rage. And the reason is that because I think of other people than my goddamn self. I hate that position of privilege where people say, well, it's not going to affect me, so why should I care? You should care because it's affecting somebody else. And the reason that we're going to have Elon Musk as the goddamn president is because people voted for Trump because they couldn't stand the fact that people that are not just like them are getting rights, and they actively hate them, and they want harm put upon them, and that's why they voted for Trump. It wasn't because of egg prices. But they're quickly finding out that that's not going to affect your grocery bill, so they didn't care about that. That's not what they cared about. The poorest states in this country that rely on welfare, are the most obese, have the worst education, have the most of type 2 diabetes, rely on the federal goddamn government tit, are the ones who voted against their own interests. I have a coworker who has her grown-ass children and her grandchildren living with them, and they keep saying that they want to get a house. Guess what? You're not going to be able to get one because of the tariffs, and that we get so much lumber from Canada, they're going to put reverse tariffs on us. We're not going to be able to get the wood to build the house, so there's not going to be new housing. And even if there was, you can't fucking afford it. Harris was going to give a tax credit to people for starting a business and for buying a house. Whereas the Trump administration wants to have no debt ceiling, and they want to be able to do tax cuts for the billionaires and make the rest of us pay more tax. On the fact of, if this mass deportation thing happens, you're not going to have any goddamn groceries to buy regardless of the price because all the people that work the farms are going to be gone. I am just so angry right now. And I just can't. Well, I don't want to talk about part 2 of this. This is only part 1. Part 2 is coming on New Year's Day. What I'm not doing in 2025. And I'm sorry if it's going to hurt the feelings of some people, but if you voted for Trump, you can just fuck off. You can just fuck off. I don't care. I don't care why you voted for Trump. I don't care. The whole state of where I was born, which is the state of Alabama, can just fuck off. And I'll get more into this in my next video on New Year's Day. I just don't even know what to say anymore. I am so angry that I'm beyond the point that I can even cry about it. I hope everyone has a good day.